coming into study, or just in life in general, there's no like one linear pathway that everyone has to take. I've learned that it's really different for each person and that you should embrace that because that's you and that's the way that you learn.
Acknowledge that you'll have to take sacrifices and it's not going to be an easy path. There's going to be hiccups along the way. There definitely was for me.
One thing that I didn't realize before I started this was the commitment that you need to put into this study. You know, I thought it was just going to be like a walk in the park, but it's not. There's a lot of commitment that goes into this.
Well, study's challenging. It is hard. It's hard work, but it's rewarding work.
Oh, there's definitely going to be times when you're feeling overwhelmed. I think we probably have it once every 2 weeks now. No, it is, and I think a lot of it stems from something happening at home.
A lot of us have pressures outside of learning, whether it's sort of family issues, financial issues, health issues, and it can make things harder, and it can sometimes feel like everyone else has got it easier than you.
Went into it with like a high school mentality. I kind of said, oh yeah, I'll do it next week. And then the next week came and then new information came and I kind of had to catch up with the information from last week. And then after that, it just kept piling on top of each other. And then, yeah, it wasn't a good idea. So yeah, it just kept repeating and repeating. And I had to do more work than, yeah, I shouldn't have.
I'd say if you do have a friend, even just one, or friends that are in your class, because they're going through the exact same thing as you, not everyone always says when they're overwhelmed as well. It can be kind of like an underlying thing, but if you're brave enough to talk to somebody about it, you don't know, they might be feeling the exact same way. I think that's one way you can definitely get support, is from peers. But if you don't have any peers, that's okay. I'd say learning services or even just your lecturer in the class, reaching out because they're there for you.
So if you are feeling overwhelmed, somewhere where you can go and someone that you can talk to is the student advisors. They're awesome if you've got any issues or just feeling really stressed and you feel like you've done as much as you can, just go see them. They'll help you out or they'll point you in the right direction, and yeah.
Well, feeling stressed and overwhelmed and overloaded is that's something that I don't necessarily cope well with myself. One thing that I've found really useful is that there is actually a limited number of free counselling sessions that you can get. And yeah, that's really helpful, even if it's, you know, whatever you're struggling with, whatever's overwhelming.
You know, speak to your family that are around you. They can maybe help out. I mean, for me, when I was really stressed out, I asked my wife to take my 2 girls out for 2 days, basically, so I could have some quiet time at home, so I could do some really good study, and that worked really well. Also, speak to the people that your peers around you, because if you're struggling, chances are somebody else is going to be struggling as well. You can, you know, sit down, work through an assignment together.
I would say go do something that's fun for you. Like when I get too stressed or something, I'll go play mini golf, or I'll go play golf with some of the boys from course, or I'll go over to my mate's place and work on his car with him. You know, it's just getting out and doing something that's not so heavily related to the assessment or the course itself, because you'll still be thinking about it even when doing those things, but it tends to help you relax a lot more when you're focusing on something else, and your brain tends to become a lot more productive after you've, you know, relieved a lot of stress.
We just have to stay motivated and strong and go through all those barriers. It's not going to be all roses and plums along the way, because it definitely isn't. I just, you know, stay strong, be ready, and just be ready to overcome all those challenges.